back on the road again. Just did a U-turn down there, eh? Well, 15-point turn. Only had one car come down, let it through, fortunately. There's a little car thing got. Preston Falls. Go down and have a look, eh? Look at that thing over the other side. I was speaking to a local the other day. We were camped down at Forth, and he reckons it's been pretty dry. Not enough rain. He was out fishing for whitebait. Need a whitebait licence, $37 per year. Season apparently is only for about 6 or 7 weeks. And he was pretty disappointed with the amount of whitebait that he'd caught. Just come into this little track hoping to find Upper Preston Falls. It's about 600 metres from where we just were. Closer to Preston, obviously. Well, not obviously, but I'll bring you back. There's a little pool down there. A rock pool, that's what I'm talking about. I may have mentioned it in a bit of video prior to this. We're on our way to Sheffield today. We dropped into the Devonport Farmers Market Organic this morning. Had a bit of brekkie, had a look around, bought a bit of stuff, and Sheffield and Forth are only probably about 30 or 40 kilometres apart. Taking a long way. Here we are. It's a I think it's on Wiki Camps. Almost heaven. Just a big paddock. Camped up. A couple other caravans here too. Bit of a breeze. Overcast, a bit rainy. Got us facing east-west, back of the caravan into the wind, or that side, driver's side into the wind. So it's not so much wind around here. Sheffield, and they've got tasting northwest festival on today for half a day, midday till I think about 6. Gonna go suss it out. Something else Sheffield boasts is murals. Apparently they get a whole bunch of people from out of town come in here and do murals and stuff. So there's quite a few around, so if you're into that sort of stuff, drop in and have a look.
Okay, that's enough now. Thank you.
Cheers. Local beer. Music stopped. Bit of food and a few drinks around. Pork. Who doesn't mind pork? Pretty little pigs. Yeah, just some more of the murals around here. Not the sort of thing you see in a main street of a rural town very often, is it? Steam tractor. Visitor Information Centre off Pioneer Crescent. So a place called Mural Park. So that's what we've come in and have a look at. Just about to head out of Sheffield, going to go to a free camp at Lake Baird. Bit of hilly stuff. Those of you wondering about mapping and stuff, certainly I've mentioned Google Maps, of course, not always accurate, but I've got an iPad which doesn't have a SIM card in it, so I've got this Bad Elf GPS unit. It comes with an app, tells me about the satellites there, and that gives me GPS capability with the iPad now, and I use Memory Maps, which has the Hammer map suite loaded on it. You can buy maps for anywhere around the world on this particular app. It's good to have caravan brakes that are working, though that's sporadic still for us. I've got a earthing problem somewhere, I think. And I've got it in first in sports mode with the torque converter lock up to give us as much engine braking as possible. Oh, we made it all the way down. Nice looking that way. Dam wall up that way. Now we've got to go up. I think this is probably, if my memory is right, first dirt road with the caravan in Tasmania. We've only got about 7 minutes drive to our camp spot. I guess we'll find out. Pulling up down there somewhere for the night. See how we go. Lake Gaidner, G-A-I-R-D-N-E-R. Rightio, just give you an update on where we are tonight. It's 7:30, Lake Gaidner. Thank God we got in here a bit early. And apparently it gets busier than this. I can imagine that too, because it's a pretty good spot and it's pretty close to Cradle Mountain as well. Haven't seen too many of those rascal platypus. Good morning, punters. Well, if you're looking at the water and you're seeing stuff go back upstream, you'll be right. Water's come up a little bit overnight. Not much, just a little bit. We're going to punch on a bit. About 100 k's today, I think. Leven Canyon campground, a couple of walks. Leven Canyon. It's run by the Central Area Council, I think. Toilets down there. Day shelter sort of thing. A couple of picnic tables and a fireplace. We're at the top part of the car park. You can see somebody camped up in there. Free camp in here. It's about a 45-minute return trip. We do it anti-clockwise, good to look at. There's also a gorge floor walk as well. You need to go back down the road about 1 kilometre. It drops down into the gorge and it's about an hour and a half return. It's pretty steep apparently. You can hear the wind. You hear a waterfall too. way up. This is called Cruikshank's Lookout. Just can't get a still that does any justice to this, but anyhow, you got some moving pictures. And we're going to continue the loop on. It's about another 45 minutes back to the car park apparently. Yeah, the bottom I think. Yeah, 700 and something steps. Can work that out by the previous videos. How many steps behind and how many steps in front. Well, I suppose we should go to the edge lookout. Yep, another lookout. Be fair, it's only the second one today. Well, we're a lot closer to the bottom. .221 metres back down to the edge. Look out. 531 this way to the car, or the car park. Well, I've already shown you our little camp spot here at Lebanon Canyon. Just so I'll show you the, arguably probably the best camp spot. It's just a little bit further up. Probably get a van in here. A little bit of navigating. There was somebody in here before, they've left. How about these flowers that just pop up everywhere? They're the ones in front of me. This spot here. It's not too bad, eh? Get a van in there. A little bit of manoeuvring. That little track just goes up to a fire track. There's a little bit of a gully and stuff there. Lebanon Canyon. Floor walk. I think it's about an hour and a half return. I think I mentioned that previously. You enjoy the exercise as much as me? Not quite 9 o'clock, I think. 8:30ish, something like that. Also had a good spot. Spotted a little wallaby. It's probably a more thorough, common name description just than wallaby. It's a little one, probably about knee high, maybe a little bit bigger, dark coloured. Getting a little bit steep here. Holy moly! Put a rope here. Well, I'll just go around the corner and we'll have a look, and that's as far as I'm going, I think. I'm going to guess this is Devil's Corner. I've got no idea. Well, that's enough excitement for the day. Had to scramble around the headlands to see if she was still okay. The sun makes a difference to the colours in here. Back to the bridge. Now it's just about all uphill, I think. Pull up the brakes for this little young fellow over there. Quick break now. Scenic lookout. Guns Plains. Oh, dead wallaby. Smells a bit. Not too far from Preston Falls, it'll be over that way somewhere. Leven River in front of us, and that's where we were this morning, Leven Canyon. Not too far from Ulverston, it's down the valley that way, towards the coast. If you own a Land Cruiser like me, you'd be saying, how the hell? Parking on an incline with the caravan with a Toyota handbrake. Yeah, the auto park helps. I learned something about the Tow Pro Elite brake system as well. If you pull up and you're on an incline, either down or uphill, and hold your foot on the brake for about 3 seconds, apparently you'll apply a little bit of light pressure to the trail brakes, apparently. Next free camp for the night. It's not the highway, it's the main road anyhow. Midway Point, Sulphur Creek, just west of Penguin. Pretty popular. Dogs all out here. I just headed back a little bit. Let's see, East Penguin. Can you tell by the rubbish bins? Old Bass Strait looks pretty flat out there today. Check out the wheelies, eh? Spent the better part of the afternoon down at west of here, Burnie, and got some fuel, got a little bit of water. It's pretty hard to get water at Burnie. Petrol station. Have to go to the right petrol station though, because some won't let you take water. No potable water that I could find here. Not in, well, dump points don't have potable water, I think, as a general rule of thumb. Went to Hellier's Road Whiskey Distillery, had lunch there. I've been watching my Facebook page, Kennym Epic Adventures. You've all seen a post there. It's the 12th of November. A miniature makeup of the TARDIS, maybe, and the giant penguin. Just saw a place marker here, birds for 1,803 kilometres. They're about 40 odd days ago, I think. Found ourselves at the Penguin Beer Company. Have a cold ale. The boss is having a ginger beer, non-alcoholic. We got bites here as well, food, tapas, havitas, tacos. Well, if it isn't enough that we're on a pretty busy road, just continuing on our trip westward. It's a bit miserable today. Heading towards Wynyard at the moment, scallop pie. Cable tape. Table Cape. There you go. Table Cape. So just show it to you. That's looking westwards. Tasmania. It's not that we haven't been to a bakery since we've been here. Just haven't been to a bakery hunting for a scallop pie. Wynyard, French stick bakery. We're going to head there now and see if we can find one. For me more so, I think. As I mentioned, the clouds have cleared up and up here. Well, right down there. Last time I took a photo up this way. Just dropped into Rocky Cape National Park. You can't get up to the, well, you can get up to the lighthouse I suppose, but not towing. We've come down to a beach. A couple of squid jigs here. Wonder if there's some squid around. Seen better days. Interesting colour on the rocks here. Don't know what that structure is over there is all about. Just another stopover, not too far from our final destination, and if you're guessing that that's the nut at Stanley, you'd be right. We're pulling up a little bit shy of Stanley. We're at Port Latter. It's a mine for manganite. Oh, that's what they're processing anyway, I think. Piles of grey black stuff in a very long jetty. Black River National Park, $13 per night to stay here for 2 people. A lot of the sites are sort of like this. We've parked out here just so we can get some sun for the solar. There are a lot of open ones a bit further up on the way in, and some of them do have like long drop box toilets there as well. Oh, they weren't parked up there before. How about that, eh? Surprised somebody hasn't parked in here. That would be interesting if they did. I suppose we could have parked there. But it was pretty bloody windy when we pulled up. Go to take you down to the beach and have a look. I think it's on this camp area is on the banks of Little Peggy Creek, and I think Black River might be a bit further west, just a little bit. Not all the campsites are opened up at the moment, it's further that way. Apparently some damage down there, some flooding or something. Alright. This is I think Little Peggy Creek. Not sure exactly where Black River runs. I think it might be right over the far bank. See a little bit of water over there. We should open up into the ocean just around the corner here. I have seen a couple of thumbnails of YouTube videos here as well, and I think there was one there about finding oysters as well, so I'm going to have a go over and look at that one. See a couple of rocks and stuff in there, and over there, if you're fishing at high tide, that's where I'd be chasing. Look at the soldier crabs down here in the water. When I was looking at this place to camp, there were sites along here. just down here. Definitely, there's white bait in there. Definitely. Lots of puffer fish too. White bait. I wouldn't say there's swarms of them, but there's enough to see. Yeah, just thought I'd show you, there is actually water coming in at the moment, so tide's coming in. Little Pegs Creek. Not sure what I called it before, Peggies. Anyhow, Little Pegs Creek. Black River over the far side. Dip River. And we're at the falls, and not too far from a place called the Big Tree as well, so a bit of rainforest and some old trees we'll have a look at a little bit later. And go down here, the falls go over a, I think it's a granite or basalt waterfall, popular tourist destination for Tasmania. You can look at from top and from below. Another look out over there as well, so we'll have to go there and have a look, eh? Looks like it's going to be looking into the sun there though, so it probably won't be as good a view for the camera over there. And looks like there's some more falls down there as well. Something peculiar about the rock structure here. I was just saying this morning to the boss that I must be getting acclimatised. Didn't have the heater on last night in the caravan. I think it got down to about 8 overnight, and today long short sleeve shirt. It is a bit nippy. I think it's about 15 at the moment. Walking up and down these stairs should warm me up. Just about there at the bottom falls. Yeah, check out the rocks on here, eh? The suns are all bugger, but you just see the top falls up there. The information here suggests that the dip falls are basalt, hexagonal, formed many thousand years ago during cooling the molten basalt. Sun's a bit in your face. Now if you look down the top of those rocks, the basalt, you can see they're sort of hexagonal. Sort of. Use your imagination there. The big tree we're at. No, this isn't it. This is one that's fallen over near it. That'd be, I don't know, 15 feet high there. Jen's watching this, she'd love this spot. Jen's another one of my subscribers, so if you're not subscribing, it's free, do it. Doesn't hurt you, doesn't cost you any money. Doesn't really help me either. But anyhow, do it. 10 minutes return. Get down here into this rainforest and have a look at the big tree. A couple of awesome species of tree. Look at that size. Look at that one. It's huge. Anyhow, we're here to see the big tree. It's hiding behind this little tree. A huge trunk. Fun facts about this tree. Brown top, stringy bark, probably about 400 years of age. About 62 metres tall, not unusually tall for its species, which can grow up to about 90 metres. What is unusual about it is the circumference of the base, 16 metres. Now let's go have a look at the other one. Yeah, sun's in a better position there. I think, can't see all of it. That we just went through. It looked like a nice sandy little bottom, but it got a little bit soft and a bit smelly, and this is right after it, so I've actually gone into full drive now. The boss is across the other side of this. You can take a photo or some video or something like that, but I'm going to put you down because I don't know if that's soft or hard or not down in there, but people go through it. Plenty of trees to winch off if I need to anyhow. Yeah, it was a bit slippery in there. We got through all right. Where we are, going to cross the Dip River shortly, and then the Black River. Dip River. Fortunately, this is as far as we're going to go, and the reason for that, somebody's just been through here. See, that's muddy and wet out the other side. They scraped their ass coming down there. But we've got a stone stumper on the back, and it'll just get smashed up coming through here. So we're going to go back the way we came. Really sucks. Oh, my boss just pointed out this cheats route here. See some tyre tracks into here as well. So that might be a bunch easier. I'll give this side a crack. See how we go, I suppose. Yeah, gave it a crack. But being a long vehicle, my right rear tyre was always like this. I just couldn't get around it. Tried manoeuvring. I really want to fall off the edge here. So, go back out the way we came in. Yep, there's that wind again. We're camped up over there somewhere. Stanley, we're in Stanley. Right behind us is the Nut. Boss and I've already been up there before. Here, it was so windy, I blew the tar off the roads. Well, thank you for supporting a small business. Profit All 24. It's probably a nice little shop here at Stanley. If they haven't got it, it probably doesn't exist. Bought a bit of stuff in there. Yeah, we did. Of course we did. Main beach, Stanley. Looks pretty good today. Dead centre of town. The Nut. There's no correlation between the cemetery being here and the beach and landings, or the Nut and people falling off. I mentioned the last time we were here that the wind was so strong that it was peeling the tar off the roads. They stopped using the gondolas too in high winds. We weren't going up there anyhow. I'm going to walk up there. Boss is just taking some photos. Nice little walk anyhow. Cemetery and the other beach is down that way, and a little walking track down here to back to town. Public toilets, if you're interested in those, they're behind the information office. Just make sure you don't turn up when the bus is there.